Hello again, everybody. Thetimix back with more of Let's Play Motorsport Manager. This should be the final on-screen race of the head start for Hawkins' deal. We've got the financial situation, of course, still. We need to clinch after this race. We need a lead of 258, and we have a lead of 267, as we can see over here on the right. So we can lose this race, actually, by 9 points. And still have enough to clinch. The question is whether or not we'll be forced to finish the season. Probably, but we will see what happens there. So we have, see if we can not bomb an interview question. Harrison claimed the rear wings holding the team back, and technical commentators seem to agree. Is it true? We need more investment. That's the heart of the problem. That's true. It might not make the chairman happy, but I don't really care at the moment. So, didn't look like it actually had any effect. And let's see, Ardennes is going to, it says it's going to rain. So that'll be interesting. And usually that works to our benefit. A whole bunch of sponsors coming in already. I'm going to wait till the race, just for the fun of it. Six sponsor offers. Wow. Okay, we did have 2 openings, I believe. And Vittoria Diaz not liking our bad rear wing either. 42 laps. Yeah, that lap record is going to fall. But this is a more winding course. Won't be nearly as fast as Milan. Low-speed corners favoring cars with the front wing, and that's not going to be us. Super soft, soft, and mediums. So I think that we're definitely going to be more up against it in this race. But are we going to lose it by enough to blow our points cushion, not be able to clinch? That I don't see that happening. But definitely the potential to be the first race we don't finish 1-2. So it should be some interesting competition at any rate. ERS is in Munich this weekend. Let me guess, you're worried about our finances again. Okay, and Panther is expected to do well. Technical expert Marie Haskell saying it's a match made in heaven for them. Diaz leads at 7, and Harrison saying he's coming for it. It's only a matter of time. And Alejandro Moreno out at Thornton Motorsport really unhappy with how they're doing. None of which really affects us. Just always interesting to see what the fake pundits say. Alright, it's time to go. First of all, let's check out our sponsor offers. So we got 5th or above, 6th or above, and 8th or above. So we've got a bunch of choices here. I think top 5 is very doable, especially with Harrison's super overtake mode for qualifying. On the other hand, let's see, we've got 7 races left in the season. So this is 150K better per race. Yeah, I think Shifra is going to be the best deal for us, even though it's nothing up front. An 800K bonus is better than the bonus we've been able to get. And that's really going to help. Okay, and then let's hopefully get, yes, that's what we want. Upfront payment from Shield of 1.6 million. Oh, we're taking that. There we go. Okay, now I'm not really worried about finances anymore. We're down to 1 million. And then you can see per race we're going to lose about 1.3, but we should be able to cut that down with the 800k bonus to about 500k per race. You know, and with this down this low, you know, we should be able to survive this. And that's, I mean, that's only that one sponsor. Like, we're going to get 2 more sponsors the next race. We got more coming in. You know, we should be able to keep this at a manageable level now. So, okay, that is all excellent news. We'll take the 5th or above for 800k. That's really the only choice. Rainy and 19. So that's probably going to be appropriate level for softs. I don't see us wanting mediums at that temperature. So we can leave the mediums where they are. And let's see. Let's go with 6 softs and 8 supers, because we'll still want more of those for qualifying. But we could very well want more of the softs during the race. I think we can get away with 5. So yeah, I don't see us needing more than 5. 1 for practice, 4 during the race at most. So we'll just go that way. And let's see what our predictions are. 7th and 8th. So we continue to move towards the back of the pack. Let's check our car comparison. Overall, still 5th. Our engine is still in 2nd, although it's further behind Catano. Still have the best gearbox. We've still got something to hang our hat on. Down to 4th as Steinman has surpassed us in the brakes. We're 6th there and significantly below average now on the front wing, which is going to be key for this track. Still just above average on the suspension and now actually below average on the rear wing, 8th. Only Van Dort and Chariot Group. So, yeah. And our overall car, you know, closer to average now than the best cars. They're really starting to surpass us here. Interesting to see then how things go in Ardennes. But again, all we've got to do is hold our own. We don't have to dominate anymore. We just have to hold our own and it will be over. And it's raining for practice, even though they said it wouldn't be. Well, that'll be interesting, because if it does rain on race day, maybe we'll get some run in the... It's going to rain, and it looks like intermediates, at least to start. So, yeah, we haven't done any wet weather racing in quite a while. Usually favors us. .330, the boost that we're going to get. It's looking like a rougher weekend for us for sure. Could put our clinching in jeopardy. Or it could just make for a little bit more dramatic race than perhaps it needed to be. See, Scuderia 1st and 3rd in practice. Panther with Sharp 2nd and 5th. Catano 4th and 7th. Clearly, we're only the 4th best team out there, with Steinman, though, behind us. Hull's disappointed. Catano slower than slow to find... no, they weren't, actually. And Lucia Flores with a rare, impressive practice session, according to the fans. Okay, 5th or above, and that's kind of open to a question now, but... Looks like it's going to be good weather, 20 degrees and dry, partly cloudy. So let's use that super overtake mode and qualifying trim, super softs and qualifying. Spend more on your cars, Nigel Cook. Well, guess what? It's not my money. Sarnen looking forward to chasing down Dieter Wexler in the race. Good effort, says Channel 6, but we're looking for more tomorrow. Indeed, we will. And Simon Higgins sticking his neck out and saying, fancying us for the win. Yeah, boy, it'd be a real shock if the team that's won all 9 races in first and second position won a 10th. Boy, that would that's sticking your neck way out there. And it's raining. Leaves us with an interesting bit of strategy choices. One, like, how long is it going to rain for? But let's check the track. Boy, it's not going to be wet for very long either. We're going to have a quick stint on inters, and then we'll see what happens. Do I want to go for the inters bonus? I think I want to go with the race trim and the super overtake thing for Harrison. Try that out during the race. No, you're not going to be on super softs. I sure hope the other drivers aren't. I mean, it's not going to be wet for that long. It's actually questionable. But for a few laps here at the beginning, we would be better on inters. And then come in for a quick change. Yeah, I think super softs and the race trim is going to be our best. There. But honestly, boy, I mean, this is a tough call. It basically looks like the inters are going to be better for at least 6 laps, maybe longer. 6, 7 laps that they're going to be better for. Then we could come in and do a change. And that's only a fraction of the tire life. If we do that, we come in and do a change, we're stuck back in traffic. If we go on super softs, might be able to make it. You know, I think I'm gonna go with the inters anyway. Do a quick inter. We will be stuck back in traffic, but then we'll do 2 stints on super softs. But you know, there's an argument to be made that say, rain be darned, and just start on the super softs. We don't know what's going to happen after here, though. The rain might let up for a little bit and then come back. I mean, it might not, too, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. So, tough call. Tough call here on how to manage the weather. Want to go down to 30 laps of fuel. And I didn't actually change the tires. So I also very much like going with asymmetric tactics. You know, where like the rest of the field's doing something and I'm doing something else, because it makes for interesting comparisons. And it may end up biting us this time. And there's the super overtake mode making its debut. Now the problem is, at the beginning, they're all going to be faster than us. So we're just basically going to be trying not to lose too many positions. Yes, they do start the current weather conditions. You don't know what you're talking about. And look, you got Wexler and Saarinen out there on them as well. Most of the top of the field... Yeah, most of the field out on inters too. They don't suit the current weather conditions. Everybody else seems to think they do. So watch Sharp just go nuts here at the beginning. Yep, up to third. Oh, and look at them going, and Diaz going wide in the first turn and dropping to last place. Oh, what a terrible disaster that is. Meanwhile, Harrison fighting to stay up anywhere near anybody. He's up in 6th. You know what, Diaz? You just drop back to medium. You know, don't burn up. Well, no. Go ahead and fry your tires. But don't burn up your fuel if you're going to be hanging out back there anyway. Oh, you're catching the field now. Okay, fine. So up to 19th, only 18 more cars to pass. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how far up through the field she gets, because that's an absolutely terrible time to screw up. And lap 2, Harrison in 6th, and looks like he's stuck there. Really surprised that Sharp didn't make more of that start. And now Sharp is going to suck because, you know, with the wetter weather, so. And Harrison, okay, talking about how good it feels and then slipping, but is up to 5th now. Gonna try to get around here. There we go. Now let's see if we can hold on to that spot. While Diaz is up to like 14th. And we'll have to struggle through the pack here. It would be good enough. Okay, I think it's, yeah, definitely time to come in for new tires now. And the question is, who first? Well, why not both at the same time? So let's change to super softs. We should be able to push these hard for the final 2 stints. And nobody has come in yet. Although you can see, like, some of their tires are pretty bad. So we're going to have a lot of cars having to come in at about the same time. Should not be a lot of stuck in traffic thing going on here. No sign of additional rain. Good stop for Harrison. Just behind, I think that's Vasquez. Alright, and let's push the tires right away, get through traffic. '10th and 15th, and we're not going to stay there. We'll take a look at the standings again after we get through some traffic here. Now, it looks like Vasquez just coming in and saying, you know what, I'm going to run the rest of the race on these tires. So that's an interesting choice. I definitely want to keep Diaz on the super softs. But the question is, should I just pit Harrison now? And then have him switch to softs for the rest of the race, which he can drive somewhat more aggressively. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it. There we go. And then be very interesting to see how this shakes out. So we're definitely going to be the first driver to pit twice. So this is quite the risky maneuver. How's our gaps doing here? Still a few seconds. Wait a little bit longer and then I'll boost back up. And Harrison now going to come out. Now you can go ahead and go neutral. As soon as he gets back on the track, we're going to go hybrid here. There we go. We're going to probably have about 3 more laps before Diaz comes in. We are in 4th and 5th. Didn't lose a whole bunch of position here. And we should be able to push, you know, a solid amount with these tires. And definitely want Diaz to come back in now for that final tire change. And then we'll see where we are. Now that'll bump Harrison up to 4th, but how many positions is Diaz going to lose here? There goes Harrison. Going to lose a couple more, I think. Yep. Back to 7th. And what do we have in front of us here? Got a few seconds. Let's go conserve. And hopefully we can stay ahead of Schmidt. That's rather vital. But I want to be able to go more aggressive on the tires once we catch up to Holtz. Then I also want to match up a little more carefully at the end with our fuel and everything, because I may end up going more aggressively with the engine at the end. So I'm going to give us a little more leeway with the fuel when we go hybrid to conclude this thing. So 4th and 7th, would that give us enough? 260. We would have enough by 2 points if we stay where we are, and I don't see us dropping any. So I think we've got this in terms of clinching it, but definitely in a lot more trouble for the race overall. And I'm wondering about our energy, whether we're actually going to have enough. And it's not looking like it. Okay. Back off. Go medium. So that we, you know, if and when the energy runs out, we've got some regular fuel left. A lot of cars making stops here right at the end. We're at 2nd and 5th now. So we're actually the best team in the race. And Vasquez is going to pit with 2 laps to go. And Harrison takes the lead. You know what? Based on his percentage, I think I've got to take him down to low. Let's conserve the tires there. And Diaz has more fuel left. So I think she's going to be okay to stay on medium. I have to watch the fuel closely here, though. We're actually almost running out of fuel now. Yeah, sizable gap both directions. Let's just switch to whatever hybrid we have left. No reason to really push it any faster for Harrison, since there's enough of a lead here. So we're actually going to get the win for Roger Harrison regardless, Diaz finishing 5th. And really, she would have done so much better without that wide turn at the beginning. We might have just barely pulled off 1st and 2nd. Without that. Really good race. Really enjoyed it. Great job, everyone. Harrison, you might not be quite a driving genius, but you definitely got the job done. I think you're going to take the points lead now, yeah. Takes the lead over Diaz, the first time anybody has not finished 1st or 2nd for us. Alright, so clinching performance on display for Hawkins GP. That's the unofficial end. And now the only question is, how long till the official end? How much will they give it to us, which I doubt, or do I have to play out the rest of it? And there it is, a 283-point lead. 25 points more than we needed. Harrison blitzes the opposition. Not quite. But Diaz's helmet helped us get a few points. I don't think so. Can anybody stop them? Yes, they just didn't today. 8.0 for Harrison, 6.6 for Diaz, so strong showing from the drivers. Marketability going back up, close to where it was at one point. 8.0 and 8.7 the last couple. Overall form still much better for Harrison. 435,000 lost. Yep, and they say play on. Let me just check our... Nothing about us clinching the title. Which is kind of disappointing. But it is what it is. Maybe we'll get an email about that before the next race. So now off screen I get to do Phoenix, Vancouver, Singapore, Sydney, Rio de Janeiro, and Dubai, assumedly. I'll report on if they let us clinch it sooner than that. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'll try to sign sponsors, keep our balance from going any more negative than it has to, and eventually we'll be back with the conclusion of this challenge and move on to the next one. So thanks for watching.